Once you start playing enough games of Civilization 7, you begin to get an idea of who the better leaders are when it comes to the AI. And one of the things I noticed after hundreds of games is that Jose Rizal is an incredibly consistent leader when the AI plays him. However, there's one key ingredient that you're missing from the recipe, and that is the civilization. And the answer is the Mayans. So we've gone and picked this AI combo. This is a combo that whenever I see the AI, I'm not kidding you, you're always looking at 300 plus yields for both science and culture. So today, we're going to be trying out Jose Rizal here with the Mayans. We've got a cool little combo that you can do here as well. So you can follow this up by immediately going into the exploration era with Hawaii. So another cool combo. Now for our mementos, we've just gone with our standard basic ones. I'm going to go ahead and save that. If you'd like to check out this save or if you'd like to play along, then it will be there over on the Discord. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we've got a pretty good start here. We've got enough for rough. We're also in the tropical region of the map, which means that Mundo Perdido is definitely going to be a high priority for us here. So that's going to be our focus, at least early on, is looking to try and secure Mundo Perdido. So the game plan that I'm thinking of is we're going to open with a couple of Jaguar Warriors, or Jaguar Slayers. We're going to look to try and get out onto the map and get all of our settlers down. And then after that, we will then look to get Mundo Perdido. That's the goal. So we'll start off with pottery, and then we'll move down into masonry. So let's get to it and see what we can find. Now, of course, we're going to be looking to get some searches out. We've already got a couple of very nicely positioned little expansion points. And our first interesting decision, do we take the sheep? I kind of want to take... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Instead of taking the sheep... Wait, why don't we just... Sorry, I'm trying to be silly with what I'm doing here, but it doesn't even make sense. I'm just gonna go directly to the sheep. Let's do it that way. Probably is a bit smarter. You get that extra production immediately as well. We're sitting on 10 production, which is quite nice. It is a double sheep start, which is pretty damn good. I think this is not a bad little start for us to have rolled. Got quite a few navigable rivers. That's another one up towards the north here. So I think we'll do a 3 scout opening, probably makes the most sense. We've met a non-hostile city-state, which is nice. We can take the gold, though, to be honest, the happiness is actually really good. The sooner we can start our celebration, the better it's going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and take that, and now we'll grab the Kaelin. Though arguably, I think on this leader, there's probably even more of a reason not to, and oh my lord. We've got Zhangjijia nearby, which is also going to be a push of culture. So it's going to boost up our rough terrain. So we'll scout this out and see if we can't find a good settlement location over there. Let's continue. We've got flax down towards the south, so if we can secure this would be quite nice. We've got the Nav River in here as well. We could look for a potential Petra play or a potential Pyramids play, so let's keep that in mind. And we've got 2 turns to go before pottery, so we'll move up to the north now. We might come back and double back over this way, but we haven't met anybody just yet. Now, keep in mind, we are playing it on the Deity difficulty here, standard game speed. And we'll go ahead and save this one. So we can take production. I think we'll definitely take the production and the gold. We're probably not going to get the use out of that happiness at the moment. It sounds like we've met our first leader. It is Hamiko. Hamiko, how you doing? So I think we're going to play it friendly this game. Now, this is High Shaman Hamiko. So she will offer us potentially a cultural agreement. We could look to accept that, or we could look to retain. I think we probably want to retain at the moment. +1 food, embark, or 25 science. I think we want to take the food, right? We're only on 10 food at the moment, so that's a 10% increase to the amount of food that we're doing. So I think we do that, and that'll give us an extra 1 food. So very nice. So let's move up towards the top. We'll get another search in. We've got a couple more. We might go after the goody huts first, and then we'll look to double back to Zhangjijia. And 1 more turn to go, and then we'll have access to our pottery. Now it's completed. So I think when it comes to building out our base, if we just do a little bit of planning here. So we'll go. She's playing as Kamai, isn't she? Yep, that damn Kamai music is so damn annoying, dude. I get so triggered by the Kamai music. I don't know why. It's in your face. That's the problem I've got with the Kamai music. It's so loud and so in your face. What do we got up to the north? We actually got some mango, a little bit of mango tango, and we've also met Machiavelli. Machiavelli, how you doing? Not that it really matters if we're friends or not with you. You will just declare war anyways. But we'll try and befriend you to the point where you actually want to be friends with us. So where were we at with base building? So we know that's going to go down there. That should be... We can do garden market out on either of these 2 tiles. So we could look for something like garden market here and then Colossus. That could be good. So let's go ahead and we'll throw down garden and market. I suspect that's going to... Oh, is that going to be... Is that a 5er? That could be a 5 tile right there. That is quite nice. From what we can see, it's only +2 at the moment, but that could increase. So we'll do that over here. We'll put the barracks on that tile. Now, we do have a mountain towards the south. So I don't know whether or not this is going to be a mountain or not, but we'll just assume for the moment. I mean, if you had to pick one of these two tiles, you pick that one because that's a rough tile. So we want to keep that. And then we'll do the villa here. Colossus is going to go here. I don't think we're going to get Colossus, but you got to pretend like you will get Colossus. Altar on this tile. But before we do that, we probably want to get our brickyard down. So let's do the brickyard on that tile, then follow it up with the altar. And this tile here is a flat tropical tile. Now, we don't have a lot of flat tiles in here. We've got quite a bit of rough. We've got more flat out here. So we do need to be cautious about how we spend these early little positions down. We also need to get something out here as well. So we could look to do a world wonder on this. Like we could do Gate of All Nations out here. That could be a good option for us, and it's kind of stays around quite late. So maybe that's going to be the game plan. Let's look for something like that. We'll go with that and see how we go. Okay, so we've got an option. Wow, look at that. 100 influence or 25 culture. Jeez, that's pretty good. The extra 100 influence, we will absolutely... That is crazy, dude. This is turn 10. By the way, Machiavelli's a pretty good distance away from us. We should be able to get at least one settlement in between us here, probably even closer to 2. So that is definitely a good little bonus for us. So we'll go and grab that brickyard down now. We will be growing in 3 turns. And now we'll move into animal husbandry. And I think we look to go into mysticism here and probably just pick up our standard. Now, we could go for classical republic. I mean, realistically, we could do any of these. I think we'll just go for classical republic. I feel like it's the most, like you're always going to get value out of it. It just makes so much sense. You also get longer, periods that you're going to be doing your celebration for as well. Okay. We do celebrate in 3 turns, but we have to give up our happiness for it. You know what? I'm kind of tempted to do it. It's an extra 60. It's an extra 30. We might as well do it. It's gonna be quite a bit of happiness that we are giving up. But in the end, it's probably gonna be worthwhile. We'll look to see if we can come around here. And we've met someone else. Xerxes, King of Kings. Okay, interesting. So let's double check what is his likes leaders that are at war with others. Yeah, he's not gonna like us this game. So we've befriended him. We've also stolen this one, so we can go for +1 food embark again, or we can go for the activate reckless ability. We'll go for again +1 food embark. That pushes us up to 12, which is actually really nice. It's kind of impressive how much that is. So I think with this scout we go down, and this scout we go across over towards here. I don't think we're going to beat him to this position, but we could try. Let's give it a go. Maybe we get it. Yeah, okay, we should be able to pick this up. That's good. All right, first agreements are starting to come in. Interestingly, we're not getting anything from the other leaders, though. That is a little bit of a downer at this stage. But we'll keep searching. We'll keep moving. Okay, we've got a friendly city-state nearby. We're at 150. This will be oh, it's Moreau as well. Lovely. So the sooner that we can grab them, the sooner or the better. Ooh, that's a bit awkward. It's on the other side of the river. Okay, so where do we go from here? Oh, I tell you what, I think this has got to be the tile that you go for, right? Like, this is tempting. I mean, this works out to be a very good tile, but like, this is so good right now, though, isn't it? Like, to me, it just makes so much sense. +1 science, you get the food, you get the production right now, whereas here, like, you're gonna have to wait. Like, we're growing in 8 turns. I mean, we can always just start by taking this tile. Yeah, okay, let's do it. We'll start by taking this tile. We'll come out here, and then we'll grab the sheep. Though, arguably, we could have just taken that tile and then built, like, the altar on top. Though, arguably, you don't want to build anything here. You just want to pop the citizen out straight away. Okay, so we'll do that. And I think we can move straight into our settler. So turn 13, not too bad. And we want to probably get a whole bunch of settlers out here. We could look for an early irrigation as well, so we could move into that 5th settler. Ooh, another flax. Excellent. We'll add that food in. So we want to settle this flax, definitely. There is 100% a city in here, because that's going to be a monument. That's going to be a library. So there could be a city right here, and then you could start by grabbing the flax, or you could grab the kaolin as well. Oh my god, this settle's incredible. Oh, there are some good settles out here, that is for sure. Now, we could befriend Moreau right now, but the problem is if we meet another leader and we don't have the influence, the sooner, though, that we befriend Moreau, like, we're literally going to have that at turn 29. We're going to have that +4 production. That is very, very juicy. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's maybe move back up the shore, do a little bit of a scout, see what we've got. Let's see if we can get over here. Indeed, we can. So we'll come back up along the coast. I'm actually going to turn pins off, or map tax off for the moment. And we'll go ahead and grab that culture. Now, keep in mind, one of the great things about Jose Rizal is that when we look at his bonuses, okay, not only do you get these extra narrative events and you get the culture and the gold, but you get extra celebration length, so 50% extra celebration length, but you also get extra happiness towards celebration. That means that if you've got, as an example, 2 happiness, so 1 happiness on this tile and then a happiness on this, you're actually generating 3 happiness, which means that all of a sudden it's very good for you to work happiness because it's going to be counting towards more of your celebration. So essentially, what happens with Jose is you're in perma celebration. You can celebrate forever, which is really powerful when you think about it. It's basically plus 20% culture for the entirety of a game. So a really cool bonus. We've also got more mangoes out over here. So I definitely want to come out here and I want to sell these early. In fact, there's another mangoes here. So we need to kind of make our decision, or camels down here as well. We need to make a decision about how we look to deal with this. Double cotton, as well as a flax. There's something in here. There's definitely something in here. So let's come up. Maybe we can come scout that right now, because this is kind of like a high priority settle. But hold on, we met someone down here. Oh, it was Hamiko. So maybe we should try and scout this out just a little bit more. She is in here. Double elephants. There are camels, so maybe we could look for something. Nothing too crazy down here just yet, though. So I think our best bet is 100% going to be over here. So what we might do is let's do one search. We get a bit more of an idea. Okay, there's her angle, and it looks like she's coming up here as well. Now, we're not going to war deck her. We could, but we're not going to. Hopefully, she settles somewhere in this region and upsets the scientific city-state, and then they declare war on her and maybe burn her down. That's what we can hope for. Alternatively, we can look at where she might potentially settle, but we want to come out here ASAP, and we want to try and steal these settles away. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to move away from that. So we want to get another settlement up here. This is a natural wonder as well, so that's going to be our natural wonder. Yeah, she's moving in this direction. Okay, so if we had to guess where she was going to settle, she could settle in place. She could also settle here. She could also settle here. Now, if she settles here, 1, 2, 3, we don't care. Where do we go? I think we go for somewhere like this, or we go here. Actually, here's pretty good, because then you can do library barracks on that tile. I think that's the play. So we do everything that we can to save that. So let's stand on this tile here and hope that she doesn't go past us. Okay, so now we've come up for the sheep. So what we'll do is we'll put the saw pit on this tile. Oh, it is a mining tile, a rough tile, but we've got a lot of them here. So that's a rough tile, that's another rough tile. So we've got at least 2, that's a rough tile. So we've got at least 3 that we can still work. So very, very much I am willing to do that. We could put a fishing key here, and that's how we get out of there. That way we can leave this tile, because we're going to want to do Mundo Perdido as well. And we want to save that for a flat land tile, so maybe somewhere up here, but we also want to get the adjacency bonus for it. So we could even do Mundo Perdido out here, but anyway, it's something to consider. So let's go ahead and just throw that saw pit on this tile now. Bring it up to the top. Cancel the saw pit, and that's going to refund that citizen out of here, and then we can put it on this tile right here, which is a lot better of an investment. So that is a very strong opening so far for us here. And I think, like, you can really start to see how Jose Rizal is quite a strong leader, even though he doesn't really seem like it. Like, you look on the surface, and we kind of knew this was what was going to happen with him as the game... Oh my gosh, have a look at this. This is with all that extra culture that we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 already gone. Good news is, though, stone circles are still up here. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. We'll move out over towards this position. Where did that... we're missing that settler down there. To keep an eye on it. Nothing else out here. So this guy can now move up towards the north. We want to try and find more mangoes. So maybe that's where the second settler will go, just because we don't want to get forward settled by Machiavelli. Okay, so she is coming up here. So this is bad so far. So I don't know whether or not she's wanting this specific tile, but it's definitely going to be a bit of a race here. Fortunately, we've got really flat land, so that's going to be wonderful. And let's move up towards here. Come back around. See what we can find. It looks like we should be able to loop down and grab this in about 2 turns. And wonderful. She settled down here. So she settled off freshwater. So a bit of a weird settle. But still, it looks close to her capital. We don't know too much more information about it. Let's find out the lay of the land here. And we'll check that out. But we'll come back down here. We'll do another search. We've got another goodie hunt that we can grab. And now we're able to pick that up. So I think we go for the gold here. Probably makes the most sense, because we're going to be looking at getting this settlement online very soon. So let's scout that out. What have we got? So with regard to settling here, I think we want to try and keep it away Yeah, we want to, I think this is going to be the best spot for us. It's a little bit later into the flax, but we can overbuild on that tile, and we should be okay. And I don't think that's going to forward settle her. So they're being befriended. Oh, she is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, she's upset these guys. So we'll keep an eye out on that. But they might actually take her city. So we'll have to keep an eye on as to whether or not that happens. And let's keep moving north. We don't have a whole lot of idea up here. I mean, we can see some good stuff up here. But the main thing I'm going for are these mangoes. These mangoes are going to be incredible. If we can pair them up, like there's quite a bit of rough land in here as well. So if we can pair them up, that's going to be quite nice as a baseline for us. So let's go ahead. One final look here, just to make sure. If we settle here, it's going to be too long for us to get out to the cottons. Though, I guess there's technically a world where we could settle... What if we settled here, as an example, and then that's a +3? Yeah, why don't we... Oh, it's not fresh water. Oh, bugger. Yeah, we can't settle in either of those two. Because that would have been cool. We can't settle here. It's too far. Yeah, all right. Best spot. Let's do it. Now, we want to double check and see whether or not that upset her. Let's have a look and see. It does look like it did upset her, because that's definitely not too close to us, so it's going to be too close to her. So her cap's probably, like, here-ish. So we're quite close, but we'll keep scouting out, and we'll see what we can find. Let's move up. There's actually a double up here, so let's go and see if we can grab that. Lovely. Take 50 damage. We're going to potentially get slammed by this. That's the problem. Or we could leave the campfire. It is 60 culture. It's not a huge amount. So I just don't want to take the damage. If we didn't see that warrior there, it would be a different story. All right, let's scout out. Okay, not a whole lot of information. Oh, there's somebody has settled in here, though. We know that for sure. So this probably becomes the only viable spot for us to settle. So let's have a look and see. Oh, is it a city-state? Oh, it's a city-state. It's Taruga. Interesting. Oh, they got a double. Oh, they got a double mango. Oh, well, we're going to have to settle off fresh for this, I think. 1, 2, 3. So we could settle here. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Taruga. Oh, Taruga, why did you... I mean, this is such a nice little spot right here. If we could get on that, that's... Oh, my God. Do we go for it? Do we try and take out Taruga? Okay, how about this? How about we settle somewhere else? Let's not bias ourselves too hard on settling this right here, right now. Let's take out Taruga, because at the end of the day, while it's a nice city-state to have a cultural city-state around, they're in a really good settling location. And we want to get this, the sooner we can get this up, the better. So I'm even tempted right now to actually purchase like a Jaguar warrior to get over here. Is there any way that you could come back? I mean, we kind of want you to get out over here. That's the other troubling thing. Let's see if we can grab that. And let's change this to a Hulchi. And do we purchase a Hulchi as well? In 4 turns we've got our commander. So let's not rush things. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. We don't need to rush things. So we'll be all right. We've got ourselves quite a bit of coverage out here, and we've been denounced, so we're just going to accept it. We don't want to spend the influence, even though we could reject the denouncement. Like, we haven't even found where you live yet. Like, you're probably over here somewhere. Maybe you're up here. Like, you're very far away from us. We're really not that concerned. Even if you do go to war, we're still going to absolutely do our best to prevent anything bad from happening. Okay, so now the next question is, where do we go from here? So, once again, I'm very tempted to come out and settle this flax. So let's get a bit more information. I think, like, rushing flax is an incredibly powerful opening that you can do. Just because, like, if you look at these numbers, right, like, where is this science coming from? It's largely coming from, like, the fact that we're working these science tiles, right? So a boost of, like, an extra 2 science is absolutely massive. So do we need an extra Hulchi to take this out? I think it's probably going to be a good idea. Because remember, the moment that we war declare them, they're going to start doing their best to defend. So let's... Oh, that did not move all the way. Let's get a search in over here. Yeah, that's her capital down in that position. Onto the iron tile. And we'll come up and grab this. More flax is out here. We could go for science. Science isn't terrible right now. It's about 3 turns of science. So let's go ahead and do that. And now let's move on to this tile and we'll do a search. Oh, we've got another city-state that's out here. So we've got quite a few city-states in here. So now it really comes down to, like, where's the best position for us to settle a city in here that... Because the reality is, I don't think we want to take everything in here from a single city. It's going to take way too long to do that. What if we did a settlement here? I think we have to go on that tile there. I want to work back, and I want to just grab one of these. I don't see a whole lot of rough terrain in here, though, so it's not really going to make much of a difference. But if we can split these up between different, if we can split them up in between different cities, then you can pick up all this rough terrain out here with culture on it, which is quite good. And then you can also split it between this city. So let's definitely consider that. All right, next growth opportunity. I think we want to take something like this down here. It's probably going to be good. So let's go ahead and grab that. And we've got another growth opportunity here. So we're going to take flax, so that's going to boost us. It says only 15 and 16. Why does it only say 15 and 16? That's because it's not slotted. There you go. So now it's going to say 17 and 19. Very nice. So let's move this across so we can, I think we can start heading back. Maybe we'll go meet that one city-state up there. Don't tell me, is Xerxes down here? Damn, Xerxes, you are really far away. And you're denouncing me, bro? What a waste. Oh, beautiful little settlement up here. That was a waste of influence, my friend. You have, yeah, here he is. He's over here. So this is really far away. And we've met Ashoka. It's the World Renouncer as well. So not the World Conqueror, which is good. The World Conqueror is very hard to be happy with, whereas here, like, this is a pretty good one to make happy. So we've met everybody now. So that means that we can choose between these two options, and I think we're just going to go ahead with Observe the Scientists. So we've met all of the civilizations now, and the story has ended. And with that, we can take more culture or more science, or we can grab more influence. I think we want to take more influence. It's still very early, so you can get quite a bit of a boost out of that. So here we could look to go into the mastery. I think we probably will just go into irrigation at this point. Our science is already boosting like crazy. And do we go into Mayan civics? We could look to come down into Mayan civics. We would unlock Mundo Perdito through doing this, but I don't see a whole lot of reason for us to do that right now. We do get the bonus on the altar, which is quite good. Actually, maybe there's definitely a world where we do that just to get the bonus on the altar, because that's quite a nice one. But Mundo Perdito, Mundo Perdito's not really relevant right now. I think the altar probably going to make the most sense. How much is the altar actually going to be giving us if we double check right now? It's only a +3 at the moment, so maybe we pick it up in 12 turns or so, because we do have quite a few things that are not related to the to that production. So let us move over towards this top side. We're going to keep scouting out. We've met Kerma, and we've also spotted that right there, so we'll take that. We'll grab the extra production, and it sounds like that is our gemstones coming in, so we're going to go ahead and move them in. Now, unfortunately, there's not really a good spot to move them. I guess we'll put the wool over here. We need to get those camels online. There is camels down here, so we could look to settle maybe a town down there. But yeah, it's not really a lot of space here. So what point did we get? We got a diplomatic point. Because we've now been a suzerain, so I think we'll take the influence. Probably makes the most sense. And once again, I think we go into the settler. We could look for that. I mean, maybe this is the right time for it. Maybe this is the right time. You get an extra science and extra culture out of it. It's a nice little bit of extra production. Let's see if we can spot out Ur. Indeed we can. So Ur have been spotted. And let's make our final decision with regard to this settlement. So if we settle here, it's going to take us a while to get out to the flax. And then we come back over towards this direction. Maybe we just go for the flax instead. Well, even if we settle here, we'd end up taking this tile to secure this. But there's no real rough terrain in here. You know what? Maybe we just go for the flax. There's no world that we can really come down here either. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just do it. We'll just go up for that flax. And we'll move you up. Next settlement. So we've got this first one coming down. We could definitely try and find something in here. There's a lot of potential settlements that we've got around here. Another one down here towards the south. Maybe we could even look to come clean that up. We've got a third flax down here, and I really want to try and prioritize, but I think we just move up here for now, because we will clean this out very soon. Looks like we've got some barb problems over here, which is lovely. We love to see it. I mean, Xerxes isn't that far away from us. This could be problematic. Let's continue moving towards him. It's got some slingers in the area. We'll bring you back across. Okay, so I think we're happy with that settlement. Ooh, how are we outside the radius of the cap? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Explain that to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Explain that to me. Really, genuinely explain that to me, because I've got no idea. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. I wish I knew. I don't. That is wild. That's behind your cap, my friend. So as you can see, our celebration has just ended and we've immediately moved into a new one. So we're going to go from 16 culture and now we hit that one. We also get access to another policy slot. And so now we go up to 19. And so like early on, this is the power of Jose Rizal, right? Like not many leaders are able to consistently do this, but this is something that he can consistently do. Irrespective of the civ, he's always going to have a really strong start when it comes to culture. And I prioritize this. I think this is really quite a nice opening that you can get. Let's move the Hulchi out, move that across, move you, maybe let's like put you around here like that. Ideally we want to try and strike as quickly as we can. All right, let's keep coming around. We don't have sailing just yet, so there's really no point for us to be down here. Open borders with Ashoka. Interestingly, First Meat is happy and we have an Endeavor with him, but he's still, I mean, he's going to be, wait, I just realized we're at 28. How are we still neutral with him? That's kind of wild. I guess at 30, it'll push it to the next. Okay, so let's move up, and then next turn we will take it, or we'll begin taking it. So we only want to start working it down. And where do we even want to settle this? Maybe somewhere around this tile here. We definitely want to grab the sheep. There's also some, I mean, this is incredible. There's so many good tiles. Taruga, you are a hell of a city, my friend. Okay, so where do we go from here? I think we come out to the cotton. Limestone is nice, but not nice just yet. We will come for it shortly. That is for certain. Okay, so now here, do we want to take out the slinger first? Is that the game? Let's see. Okay, so we're going to go Hulchi first. How do we get both of the Hulchis to attack? I don't think we can. Yeah, there's no way that we can. At least not without... Maybe we just move the Jaguar Slayer here. Oh, we can't... You know what? We can't even do it this turn. Let's just mix you guys up around like that. And then we'll just attack next turn. That's fine. No way. Mount Kilimanjaro in the cap? Yo, with flax, double flax cap on a Mount Kilimanjaro spawn? Yo, you are cooking, my dude. That is incredible. That is a beautiful capital. That is quite nice. So many good yields coming from that city. Okay, so we've grown out here. So now we want to come back over towards this position. Though, once again, I don't think we've got any rough tiles in here. He's got double slinger right here as well. Oh, my lord. Let's move on to this tile. Okay, we're going to attack. Why have you got so many? Oh, my God, we're in his borders. Oh, no, that's terrible. Please tell me that got it. Okay, that's fine. We were in the borders. A little bit of a mistake. It's okay. We'll get there. We'll fix it up. We're just trying to spot out everything that we can. We'll keep moving on the south side. He's settled again. Hopefully they might go to war. Let's double check out over here, though. Yeah, our scout is in a little bit of pain. Let's see if we can get you back inside. I tell you what, I was not expecting this much resistance. This is a lot of units for, like, a peaceful cultural city-state. Yeah, we should be careful. Okay, why are you denouncing? I don't know. I'm rejecting it because I don't want you to denounce me, please. Like, you're on my south border. We're kind of close here. We need to be friends. I ain't letting that happen. Now, one thing that we do need to also be aware of is we've got a little bit of influence stacking up here. So what's the play? Do we look to befriend? There's so many city-states that are friendly out here. This is kind of wild. We could look to befriend these guys, though they're to the south. They're kind of far away. I feel like Yur's probably going to give a little bit more advantage. So we'll go and take them. And now we can move into riding. Now, we have unlocked Hanging Gardens, but once again, I don't think it's important for us to do that. I think the most important thing is we want to get our settlements out, and then from there, we can look to shift things up. Okay, so we've got a pretty good view of inside here. I want to try and get as much of a view of all of their lands as we can, just to know which World Wonders they're building and which ones they aren't. We can actually check the World Wonder tracker right now and see if any of them are being constructed. And it doesn't look like they are, at least not that we can see just yet. But we can't see everybody's bases just yet, so something to be aware of. Okay, so for army, or for this Hulchi, yeah, I think we might need the double on this one here, but I want to focus this down. That's the other thing to note. Now, hold on, is that my settler that's taking damage right there? We do need to be cautious with that settler. Let's pull the settler back. I do like how it strangely prioritizes. Oh my God, dude, what? Okay, looks like it's going to be one of those games. The AI that's triple. We've got a triple denounce at turn 37. So this is one where they are going to be very aggressive. And this is something that I've noticed is that you can kind of roll very random on the AI numbers. Like sometimes you can get an AI that is very, very aggressive, and sometimes it's just not at all. So I think we'll go for something in here and then kind of come up towards this. That's the angle that we'll work for. So that'll give us a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 settlements. Now we've just got our very first irrigation, so that's taken us up to +5. Masteries all the way down here will give us access to that next settlement limit. So that's still pretty far away. So I don't think there's any real reason for us to go into a 5th or into an extra one just yet. So we're just going to hold that for now. And now the question becomes, okay, where do we go from here? So we've got the granary. I think that's probably going to be a smart choice. So we could look to put it down on this tile, but I don't think... Let's consult the map pins and just do a little bit of a review as to where we were. Library barracks. I think the best tile for this is probably going to be on something like this. Makes the most sense rather than this, because here we're going to be looking for barracks or for Blacksmith Academy. I think is going to be the play. You could also just put it right here, which wouldn't be terrible. By the way, this is kind of amazing out here. We want to get out to this as quickly as we can. So I think we put our granary down here instead. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, we could look for Mundo Perdido. Have we got Mundo Perdido in just yet? Not yet. Okay, so we should do that after. Little bit of a mistake for us not to get that Mundo Perdido unlocked. Probably should have done that before we came down here. But look, we're already down here now. Wait, what? Oh, he moved forward and then shot. Oh, that's so frustrating. Because we didn't need to do that. We just lost a unit for no good reason. Okay, so I think we want to focus this down here. I don't think that's not going to get the kill. Oh, it got the kill. Lovely. So we rolled high there. So now we can start focusing down Taruga. Heal on units. I don't think we need to heal on units. That's fine. Okay, Reign of Shark is finished. So that's going to give us the altar bonus. So it gets like a slight little bonus on the altar. So you can see right there, +2 science. It's not a huge amount, but like it will add up. Like we're at 20 science now. So that's decent. Another denouncement coming in. This is part of the reason why, like, if an AI starts denouncing you, it's normally just better just to let them go. Just do it, because like you got to remember it costs them only 60 to denounce you, but it costs you 120 to reject you, or for you to reject it. And if you want to reject it, like they're just going to keep coming back. That's the issue that you have. Like they never give up with that sort of thing. So it'll get to the point where he probably declares war on us. So we will need to defend. So we're going to need to be a little bit defensive in this game. All right, let's have a little bit of a scout on her capital and see what we can spot. Doesn't look like any world wonders just yet. We'll consult once again our wonder table. Nothing so far. Meanwhile, the growth continues. So we'll make our way down towards this southern position. I don't think either of these really matter which way that we go. We could look to go into the Kuna. And we want adjacency. This is rough tropical. So we can come down over here. This is also rough tropical. That's not vegetated. That's weird. It looks vegetated, but it's not. So that's vegetated right there. And it's also plains. Now, we don't have a whole lot of plains. So, like, if you're thinking plains, we're thinking Sanchi Stupa. We're thinking Nalanda. Those are going to be relevant, but they're not going to be necessary. So I'm thinking that maybe, like, normally for the Kuna, you'd want to... We've got flat tropical vegetated. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, that's a vegetated tile. That right there literally should have been our boy. That should have been it right there. So a little bit of a mistake on my part for not planning the Kuna out. Because now you can see it's not going to be in the initial ring. So it means that it's going to be slightly less that we get. I mean, we're not going to have any trouble reaching our goals in this game with regard to, like, surrounding our cap. So let's go ahead and we'll put the Kuna out here instead. And from here, so we've got the garden. The garden's going to be going out there. So it's going to be a while before we can actually get that garden down. And now let's go ahead and we'll focus this. Let's heal up the settler. And we can settle on this tile right here. I think is the go-to. No, we want to go one north. Do we want to go one north? We could take this here. Or, hold on. Okay, so what we do is we wait for 6 turns and then we settle. That's the play. Because we want to get one in this city, and then the other one can be worked by this. So if we go here, it will grab that tile. So we just want to hold on this tile, and we want this rather than this because this is a rough tile, and we want to work this immediately. So let's do that. I think we want to try and look down towards that bottom side. And Hulchi, you're going to move forward. And let's, once again, focus down. So we should be able to take it out next turn. That's already war declared by Xerxes. Okay, Xerxes. It's turn 41. I think we probably want to wait 4 turns before we grow in this city, even though we can obviously get it up. I mean, the biggest threat that we've got is that he takes out Moreau. It's not a huge problem for us. Tell you what, Kerma's looking incredible, isn't it? Gosh, the double mangoes. I tell you what, mangoes and flax just work so well together. All right, let's try. Do we go something like this? 1, 2. Ah, we didn't get it. That's okay. We'll get it next time. And we can bring this commander in. I mean, we kind of want to head south, though. That's the other thing. Warrior? I think we take the warrior here. We'll take the warrior. We'll just get it down to help out a little bit. We do have Machiavelli to the north. That's another thing to consider. Something we haven't even really thought about yet. Machiavelli, of course, being very quiet towards that top side. Settler. We haven't actually determined where we want to settle. It's got to be along this river. I think it's probably going to be here. Yeah, it's going to be here because we're slightly closer to this. So let's go ahead and grab that. 1. And you're all good. So that's our culture done. So now we can do Mundo Perdito on the next turn. We can start that. We can take the culture or we can take the gold. I think we're probably going to end up taking the culture in this situation. Where else do we go? We could come in for Code of Laws. That's going to give us access to a trader, but we could potentially trade down here. There is cotton. She hasn't secured it just yet. Gold, iron, marble. There doesn't really seem like a strong trade route just yet. So maybe we just continue down the road of the Mayan uniques and look to try and complete all of these. And maybe we go down. I mean, we're about to go to war, so gold makes a little bit more sense. So let's go ahead and do that. We're still going to hold out a little bit longer on this settle. And let's jump in here, and we're going to get everybody in the car, and we're going to head down south real quick and see if we can't get rid of that hostile city-state, because we would happily settle this as well. This is quite nice. We've got a lot of sheep. We've also got quite a bit of flax, so they're going to be our main focus. So let's put the saw pit on that tile, and then we'll be able to get the Mundo Perdido. So +6 science is just incredible. So I think we put it on this tile here, and then it buffs up this one and this one inevitably when it goes down. You could also look to put it down out here as well, which wouldn't be terrible, and then gets you out here after you've got the library down. Because we do want to get our library down soon. And then that way we can connect garden and market straight away. Maybe that's the play. Let's go ahead and do that. So we'll put Mundo Perdito on this tile. Not the best tile to crush, but it is a necessary evil. And we'll go ahead and we'll grab this one. Instead, you're still going to chill for the moment. 3 turns before we can grow. And let's move you in. So I'm not, as I said, I'm not too worried about this potential attack. So let's go down over towards this angle here instead. We do have to be aware of that warrior. And I think that's going to be our tile that we settle on. So let's go and do that. That is all red in there. I can double check though and make sure. Is there a settlement there? No, there's not a settlement there. There's a settlement over here. Wait, is that a... What are you doing up there? It's still there? Machiavelli, we gotta have a chat, my friend. It seems like he's very isolated up to the north, Machiavelli. I mean, there's probably a Shoker up there, isn't there? So that's another factor. Okay, so we've now connected everything up. Lovely. Finally, we can get all of these guys talking to each other. This one's not ready just yet. All right, we've got the science that's come through. We'll go ahead and grab the culture in this situation, and we'll also... Oh, interesting question. I think we probably take the influence here. Thank you very much. And is that going to give us... That gives us a scientific point. I tell you what, Mayans feel so good, man. Like, you feel very, very quick. Okay, so now that is going to give us the bit of growth that we need. So let's put that in, instead of Chichen Itza, because we want to grow Chichen Itza, we still want to come out here. So we can now convert this over to a city, because we wanted to wait until it grew to that extra population. Here, absolutely going to take the mangoes. Oh my gosh. Okay, we are now officially cooking, ladies and gentlemen. We are now officially cooking. Let's go ahead and add in the extra food in all the settlements. We've got Miracles of the Twins in here potentially as well if we need it. And you can see just how good the science is looking. 3 turns on these bad boys. Where do we go from here? We could come down to production, though. I'm kind of tempted just to move down into this mastery, just to pick this up initially. We could also look for the mastery up here as well. I don't know how much stealing we're going to be doing, but now that Chichen Itza has become a city, let's go ahead and put these in. So we'll put the kaolin in as well, because that's going to need it to grow. Flax goes in here. Mangoes, you can go in... Can the mangoes... Mangoes can only go in a city. And then we'll chuck these in here as well. Okay, so not a bad little setup that we've got right here. Once this city will be growing next turn. So how are we doing for production? So let's go ahead and we will put... We're going to go for a saw pit on this tile. And it's going to kick that citizen out. So then we'll go here. And then we'll put a brickyard on this tile. It's not really going to be a brickyard though. We'll cancel it. And now we'll do that. And now we've got a cotton, but we've got nowhere to put it. So I think we'll just take the sheep out. It's kind of crazy that, like, the sheep is the weakest link. Like, it just goes to show you how crazy this kind of start is here. But this is another thing that I've definitely overlooked with Jose Rizal, and that is his bias, right? Like, he has a tropical bonus, or a tropical bias, and because of that, he's going to get these spawns that are just great with things like mangoes, with flax, really, really good resources to have in the early game. Let's have a look at our wonder tracker just again. So we're the only ones building a world wonder at this point, 45 turns into the game, so still pretty early here. Okay, so now here what we want to do is we want to take this tile. It's going to then allow us, so when we do that, it's going to give control of this this slot to this town, and now when we settle here, it'll still be maintained here so that if we get any rough terrain here, so you can see there's a bit of rough plains out here, that'll have culture on it. At the same time, we can work this, which is going to have culture on it already. So that'll push us from 24, it'll push us up a little bit. Now, we can also look to come up towards like kaolin. It could be decent. Kaolin's not terrible anymore, but I'm a little bit more tempted just to come in. You know what? We're going to be going through iron anyway. We might as well just do it. Let's do it. I tell you what, man, this is a fun little start that we're having here, and we definitely want to grow this town a lot more. So we've got Kalakmul. We want to grow that. Let's go ahead. Oh, we can't even put our mangoes out there. So Waknabal instead will come out with that. I mean, yeah, we're not doing too much with Waknabal at this point. Where is our next city going to be? That's the big question, at least for me. I think we're probably going to be doing Kalamul or Kalakmul will be our focus. How are we doing out on the war front for the moment? Seems okay. Nothing too crazy. And 25 influence. Wonderful. Just a cool 25 influence for you. Okay. Looks like we came to the wrong neighborhood. Now we can actually attack from being... Oh, we've got... Is that Mausoleum? That's Mausoleum. The first world wonder. Of course it's going to be Mausoleum. They love it. They love it. They really do, don't they? Okay, Mundo Perdito up in 6 turns. Let's turn these map tacks off. In fact, can we get rid of that one right there? We are under attack up towards the north. He did cop 19 damage, which is quite a bit. Who is that? Are we able to see who that is? That's Oh, it's Taruga. Oh, I remember you guys. Machiavelli is on our border. Concerning. He could just war deck us at any point. So we do need to be aware of that. So we're going to come down for these mangoes now, even though we could come up there. We're not going to do it. So we're looking to grow as quickly as we can. I think as well with the food changes, another cool thing is like it makes Mundo Perdito stronger because coming into clan networks makes a lot of sense now. If you've got a lot of early settlements out, then yeah, it's definitely worthwhile to get into. So do we go bronze working here? I think we probably go for bronze working after riding. We don't need to move into sailing just yet. All right, let's deploy. So we're going to look to try and take these guys out from across the pond. It's not really a pond, it's actually a river. And then we'll come in, we'll grab a sewer. Now, keep in mind, we also will get production out of this, and we could look to get our settler, bring a settler down here and settle this. I think we're going to settle pretty much in place. Then we'll come out to the camels after we've grabbed these two. Fishing key right here, so we'll need to get sailing as well. And it looks like we got a little bit of an issue back here. I tell you what, that city-state spawned very close to her, didn't it? How close is that city-state to your cap? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles. Yeah. So basically, that is the minimum distance that a city-state will spawn. And it spawned right there. So let's move you up in prep. And we are under attack. It's up here. It's one of those... It's a gamble. I mean, we could convert this over to a city and produce something. Or we could just gamble. That's going to be 800 gold to convert on that, 850 on this one. So I think we wait a little bit longer. Maybe we wait for this one. The trouble that you're going to have is if you do roll that, it could be a bad roll. Oh, why did we do that? That was a terrible idea. Let's meet this city-state here. Could already be befriended by somebody. It's not. It's no, it is being befriended. One turn to go. One turn to go. Okay, so this is where it's too much of a roll at this point. So we're just going to go. We'll buy a Hulchi here. It pains me. It's about 4 turns of gold income. And you can see once again at turn 15, or with 15 turns left, we are once again into another celebration. Now, do we have any other world wonders that we could put down potentially? We can't actually see. Yes, we do. We have hanging gardens that we can put. We could do a hanging gardens up over here, which would not be bad at all. Do we want that though? I mean, we've got a lot of buildings that we can build. I don't think we want that. I think we just want to build out our buildings at this point. I don't think we want to rely too much on that. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab the brickyard. We could do a library down here as well. Kuna is on this tile. So we could do another world wonder down here, give them both bonuses. But for the moment, we'll do brickyard here. And then we'll worry. I love that it didn't even attack me. Thank you. Oh, she is befriending them. That's taken her a while to befriend. We could look to befriend another city-state as well. I don't know realistically who we'd want to do, though. Because these guys, we're about to befriend up here. We could maybe befriend Kerma. I mean, we're still kind of searching. That's the other thing. But like, we're at the point here where we might as well. Oh, and it looks like they've just given it up. So let's throw the city, the commander in there. And there is Mundo Perdito. Lovely. So now we can get out for the garden over here. So I think what we want to do is put the library down on this tile. Now, we can't put it down right now, all because of this. We built this early on, but it's just one of those things. So we'll get it down. So library out here, and then we'll do garden market. And that is going to be an incredible garden and market. That is for sure. And let's jump back in. So everybody into the car, and we're going to head down this river and go defend Chichen Itza. Oh, I hope that you guys have got an idea of where you're going, and I hope that it's to the south. Now, how long until we actually unlock? It's going to be about 15 turns or so that we get to that mastery, so we do need to be aware of settling this city, and we do want to settle it sooner rather than later. Okay, so in the end, it looks like we probably would have needed the Hulchi, so good thing that we did get it. 2 turns until our next... Oh, are you guys at war? Machiavelli? No, they're not at war. They're definitely... Interesting. Interesting positioning on this settler. He's got 3 cities, so maybe he's gone like 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be number 4? Maybe? Is that the play potentially Machiavelli? Let's see what you got here. Yep, that's the play. I like it. I like it. Okay, we've befriended and indeed, look, you can see he was really destined for this one, wasn't he? Hulchi, you're going to head north. You're going to pick up this turn 51 up here. And I think we're going to take the Codex. We're already pretty much perma-celebrating at this point. And we will take those mangoes. Oh, stick them in, baby. What do you even do in this situation? Like, look at this. Our poor sheep, man. Mangoes in. You could go for the extra culture. It's not worth it. It's definitely worth the mangoes. Ah, man, I tell you what. I'm so pumped. These mangoes are so sick. Okay, so we probably want to take Philosopher's Circle here. Just because Step Pyramid, it's nice to have. And there is definitely some tiles that we could throw it down on. Huh. But we are going to have a lot of cities. That's the other thing. And we're going to get more... We're going to befriend more city-states. So I think it just makes total sense for us to go into that straight away. We're not going to be able to befriend these guys 2 turns. And they're going over to Himiko. Let's get down here. And let's go have a look. How many cities does Ashoka have? He's only got the 2. So yeah, they're definitely like scrapping with each other up here. Interesting that they're not in war yet. I wouldn't be surprised if they're in war within like, I don't know, the next 5 turns or so. When you look at that kind of thing, it definitely looks like it. Wine is incredibly powerful for Jose Rizal because you're always in a celebration. So it's basically just an extra 10% culture, right? Like through the duration of the game. So we definitely want that. So we'll go ahead, we'll pick that up now. We do have a couple of other rough tiles in here. Like we've got this one that we could grab, but it's going to be a little bit of a stretch to get out there. We probably want to grab a building in here before we grab it. Okay, library's now complete. So let's maybe move into our unique. We'll put that down for now and see, is there anything else that we want to create? 11 turns on a hanging gardens is kind of scary. You don't want to be 10 turns through an 11 turn Hanging Gardens and get knocked out. Like, if that was an 8 turner, maybe. We could save it up. Like, we could potentially save it up. Maybe we don't even want to go for the Jalor here. It doesn't really give us anything out here. I mean, obviously we want the unique quarter eventually, but I don't think we need to rush it. We could go for the monument as well. Let's throw the saw pit in for now. Probably going to be the best bet. Okay, Kaelin is... we can grab the Kaelin, but what's the point? Like, where are you going to stick the Kaelin? We're already so short on resources here. So, I mean... we'll just... we'll just come out here. It's a good it's a good problem to have, though, right? Like, not having enough spaces. So, we'll need to get this camel sooner rather than later. So, let's go into the settler so that we don't forget. And we'll finally come up and grab this. Do we grab the culture? Or we take the... definitely, we take the production. And let's look for that next city now. So we could go in Wak Kabnal as our next city. We could do Tikal as well. Tikal's actually not a bad city location because you do have multiple +2s in here. We've got a +2 in here. We've also got the... oh my god, we've also got the monument. Ladies and gentlemen, I've spotted it. Sorry, it took me a bit of a while, but we got there in the end, I assure you. Saw pit. Okay. So how are we doing this? We go saw pit here. It's like the one rough tile that we have in this city that we were going to make use of the natural wonder, and it's like monument. Sorry. Kind of funny. Kind of sad. Okay, Wak Nabal is our new city. So we'll put in the double sheep, though. Let's do that instead. Probably a bit better. And I tell you what, this is to me, this is shaping up as a high tempo game. It feels like we are in a pretty strong position early on in this game. I don't know what your feelings are, but like 54 science at turn 53, to me, that says, hey, you're doing well on science. Like that is good. Keep that up. That's what that tempo says. So let's deploy to the top, and we can't actually do any more. 1, 2, and then you can hold for now. Okay, so next up, so we've put down the double production over here, so we can look for... There is a mountain over here, but it's too far away. I mean, technically we could do it, but I think we just want to go ahead and put the library down here. Let's get it out of the way. Keep the searching going. Let's go spot out the lands. I'm almost tempted to ask him for open borders so we can scout out the lands. There's a Great Stele. Mausoleum of Theodorich, completed by Himiko. Now, how's she doing on yields at the moment? She's at only 59 culture, which is really not that high. Normally by this point, they're at like 576 culture. Okay. Machiavelli, interesting. Both civilizations agree not to attack each other. Doing so will result in war weariness for the aggressor. You know what, Machiavelli? Let's do it. Let's do it, man. What have I even got? Is it just the Hulchi? Yeah, it's just the Hulchi. It's just a little Hulchi, man. Don't get too fast, my brother. All right. So we focus that down. Keep in mind, we're still at war here, so we do have happiness penalties that are hitting us at the moment. He's not really doing much with it. I don't mind taking the temporary happiness problem, just in the hope that it eventually goes away. Let's come out and grab this now. I love that it's telling me, hey, come out over this way. What's the chances? Oh, it's actually open. Eco point, scientific point. I think we take the scientific point. We're going to be playing... We want to play into this as much as we can. So let's go and grab the extra production on buildings. Though we could come down this right side. This is always really tempting to come down the right side. Getting the extra tech, the research points. Though I feel like the extra production is just so good, right? Like, that's a huge amount of production. Okay, so we have managed to get all of our 3 key resources in this city. So next up, we've got limestone, another one of the new resources, which is just, in my opinion, very, very good. I love limestone, just because you don't have to think about it, right? It's just guaranteed 5% production to all world wonders. Really, really nice. And we can now finally go for calendar round, so that's going to be 7 turns, 6 turns away, 4 turns on this. We've lined those up pretty well. That's decent. Let's jump the Hulchi in here, and we'll move up to the front. We'll see, maybe we can put on some pressure, and he maybe will allow us to piece him. Another scientific city-state in here. So this is going to be the last city-state. I mean, there's this one here as well. We could take it off Ashoka. We could try and take it off Ashoka. I mean, why not? Like, what else are we doing with our influence? We could try and get a steal in. But even then, I don't know how worthwhile a steal... Ooh, are you going to war as well? Not yet, but you're hostile. which I absolutely welcome. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's really that important for us to get steals in at the moment. To be honest, the biggest thing that we're lacking at the moment is culture. So maybe we could look at getting in culture right now. Hold on, why is that a 1? Oh, because it's getting the bonus from here as well. That's okay. We don't want it. Let's go put that in, and then cancel that, and then bring that to the top. There we go. So we'll get that in very, very soon. We've got Coma coming up as well. Okay, so now, once again, it's like, do you move out to the wool and take it, or 1, 2, 3. Do you come take the limestone? We've got another limestone out here. We can't actually reach this one, but I think you're going to get more value off the limestone than you're going to get out off anything else. So let's go out. Let's go grab ourselves some limestone. Now, you know what else we're going to grab? A +7 monument, dude. Wow, 5 turns on that bad boy. Do you go brickyard first? I think you go brickyard first. It's 3 turns. Now we'll do monument. We want that culture. I feel like we're a bit behind on culture. I'm thinking, do we take the happiness? We've been taking a happiness hit from Xerxes and the war, and it's only 10 production. Let's just do it. We'll just do it. Okay, let's have a spot. He's got something here. Is there the potential that we lose our units? I don't think so. We could lose this warrior. I think what we want to do is go like... Oh, we will lose that warrior if we attack. Because we're not going to even get close to taking it out. Yeah. He's going to do a lot of damage on the return fire. I can tell you right now. He's going to come close to basically killing... Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if he kills our lower health unit. He can kill this. Oh, my lord. 85 damage. Are you serious on the high health unit? Do we get the kill? Easy. Easy. Hey, would you be interested in peace? Okay, what about if you give me that city? Still not. Okay, let's try something different. Do we want to befriend Kalchan? Because we could push the war support up by 1 and then try and ask again for it. But I think Kalchan is more important. So let's race. Let's see if we can win this race here. Okay, where do we go in here? I think we go right there and grab all these tiles. We could look to grab a granary in here as well. There's a lot of good stuff that we can get. Tikal's growing as quickly as it can, right? Let's double check. Tikal, yes you are. Good. Okay, next up we've got the altar. It's offering a 2-4 here, which isn't terrible. And we do have other +2s out here. I think we're just going to take that. That's quite a nice altar. We can always overbuild that later. So that is good. Dude, look at this forward settle. This is wild. That's all the land that he's got, and he's come out all the way. Like, quite, as I said, like, did you settle here and here and here? Like, that is a ridiculous forward settle. I mean, the other thing to note, though, it's not really a forward settle. It was a progressive forward settle. Like, it's a forward settle right now, don't get me wrong. But it's progressive in the sense that it didn't start like that. That wasn't the first city that was put down. It was the most recent that was put down. So you got to respect the hustle, man. Okay, so we've got our garden market completed. So, once again, we're still regretting the fact that we put this down. I don't think there's any way that we can actually do it right now. So, we'll put garden market down over here soon. And I think we go into bronze working. Probably the play. Let's see what we can spot out here. A couple of goodie huts. Just the one. We might lose that. There was a galley in the area. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Are you interested in peace yet? Still not interested in peace. All right, well, I'm not interested in peace either. I didn't even want any peace. Let's go and grab that, and we'll just back out. There are archers down here. We could potentially pick these off. Are we in range? We're within striking distance on these. I don't know if we're going to get it, though. That's the other thing. Let's try. That's a warrior. That's a hull chi. Oh, no. Oh, that's awkward. Oh, hold on. Okay. Nah, you can't come out because we did the command. Oh, that's awkward. Okay, well, we're going to lose a unit now at the very least. You asked for it, boy. Bro, look at all the land he's got, and he's settling over here. As I said, I'm not even mad at this point. Like, oh, we focused down the army commander? Sure, we'll take it. He's got immortals back here. We're not messing around with immortals. Get on out. Let's move you back there for the moment. That's so funny. You focus the army commander out of everything. Now, instead of going... Actually, we'll go into Code of Laws, but then we'll come up the edges. Because we do want to get our extra. We could even look to settle down here. I mean, we're already unlocking Hawaii, but that just, like, makes Hawaii even stronger, right? Like, if we can get these coastal settles, because then Hawaii becomes the big dog. And we can really look to push those numbers up because we get extra culture on all of those tiles. Ooh, okay. Looks like we're under attack over here. So let's go and support ourselves. And grab another Hulchi out here. We could look to put... I don't think we'll need it. Wait, that Hulchi doesn't have any movement points. That one does. Oh, yeah, because that one moved and then... Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so here, once again, I want to get the rubies, but remember, what's the point in getting the rubies if we don't have the space for the rubies? Right? Like, we want the rubies. Rubies are good, but we don't have the space for the rubies. So, I think we just take... Do we dare take the Natural Wonder? No, we take the Specialist that's giving 6.5. Sorry, Natural Wonder. Maybe another day. Dude, that is a wild... That is incredible, the power of that. That is something else. Okay, so we come over here, you put that down, and now you put the market out here, bring the market to the top, cancel the garden, and now you put the garden on that tile. There we go. And that's how you do that. It's like the curse that keeps going the entirety of the game until you can actually put a building on here. Don't worry, we'll be putting a building on here shortly. It's going to take some time, but we'll get it up eventually. Okay, so we've got the garden down. So now it's time for us to put the Kunar. Oh, we can't put the Kunar on this tile. So where's it recommending? Here? That's not vegetated, though. And this is the only tile that we can do that's vegetated. So we have to wait for this tile to become free. So in the meantime, is there something that more important that we could build? Pyramids? We could build the pyramids, but I mean, pyramids doesn't really give us a whole lot, man. Golden production on minor and navigable river tiles. I mean, it is on both of these. And, nah, it's not worth it. By the way, is Petra gone? Petra's gone, right? Yeah, Petra's gone. Unmet owner. Because I couldn't see it in here. We would have had to rush it. It's turn 62. You could do Petra in a second city. But you have to be focused to get it down. Okay, I think we're just going to roll production in that city for the moment. And let's hit that. We do have a goodie hut here that we can try and grab. Army Commander, you pause. How are we doing up here? Hulchi, you're on the way down to help defend. You interested in peace yet, my friend? Nope. Xerxes, all right. He's just... We're going to have this long-distance relationship for the duration of the game, I guess. All right, that's moved back. Okay, so we can now take... I mean, the 20 food's kind of irrelevant. We'll take the extra culture. That's like a turn of culture. Now we can grab the Kuna on that one. And let's focus this guy down. Still got a little bit of life left in him. We can't even get the warrior out. That's so annoying. We should make sure that we get the warrior out first next time. Oh, wrong button. Can we... My cursor. Somebody fix my cursor. Okay, interesting settle right here. I don't know how I feel about that one, Ashoka, especially when you are quite close to not liking me. We probably want to reinforce that position because there's like... out of all the cities, you know, out of all the settlements, this one next to the volcano was the right call. AI still has a little bit of work to do with its settling priority. We can say that much right now. Okay, with regard to specialists, we actually want to save our specialists for this tile right here. So I'm going to do that. We could go for Emporium. That wouldn't be terrible. So it provides 2 gold and then plus 2 gold in cities if they have at least 1 resource assigned to them. That's actually not bad. Let's you know, we haven't given Emporiums a go. Let's get some Emporiums down. Machiavelli for the gold. Thank you, Machiavelli. We're still not going to grow in that city. Hamiko for some culture. Oh, speaking of culture. All right, we're now in front against Ashoka. That's going to upset him enough that he's going to be triggered. So he will get officially triggered from that, and he will then want to declare war. So we need to pull everybody up to make sure that we're happy and ready to go. So let's heal everybody. We can also upgrade our units. We might want to grab walls in here, so let's do that. Just because Ashoka is a bit more of a threat. Has Machiavelli gone to war with him? Not yet. Hostile, though. Interesting. With with Xerxes, the big dog. Okay, so now I think we go into the wheel. It's only going to be 5 turns, and we've got the production to cover it. So we're saving our specialist for next turn. Okay, specialist coming in now. So that's an 8. So you can see that is going to be a very good specialist. And that is a specialist that's going to keep on giving the entirety of the game. So I'm a big fan of that. I love it. And we're going to throw that in. So we can now look to get those gems in. Oh, settler. Oh, you're in a bit of an awkward spot there, buddy. Good thing that's exactly where we want to settle. So let's throw that down. We did want to have the flax. We're going to need to buy a Hulchi to defend. Oh, that's a big Hulchi as well. That's 5 turns of gold. That's a lot. We'll take the sheep for now. We'll take the sheep for now. Dude, look how much land he's got up here. And he was just like, no, I want your... Dude, what is up with this AI and not finding these around? Like, how is it not finding these? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Oh, this could be bad. Did we killed this city-state and then, like, the people that were here were just like... They're like the dog waiting by the subway entrance for their owner. Like, one day he's gonna come back to me, and when he does, it's gonna be amazing. Okay, marble. I think marble's the play here. We could go for this tile. Not bad, but it's 3 culture, man. That's a pretty... Dude, the amount of culture that we're getting here is actually quite good. Turn 66, 52 culture. Like, I think we're on very solid yields, very competitive yields. How we're doing here. We're still ahead, 3 turns ahead. Just watch it, because they will actually put extra in there. We've befriended Kermit as well, so just need to be aware of that. Would you be interested in peace? No, still not interested in peace. We will now we will look to actually see if he will take it. Whatchamacallit? Like, we'll now put war support in there, and we'll hope that he takes it. I think we're still going to be okay up here for now, so let's move down. We'll come here and look to support this. So now we're going to go up the edges. So I think we want to go into entertainment first so that we can grab Colosseum. Oh, look at that. Oh my lord, that's a trade route. That had marble and limestone in it. That is an incredible trade route. That's like an extra 15% that you're looking for your wonders. Beautiful. So we're probably going to go the barracks here. We could go here. That's probably the best spot. Can also grab another barracks over here. Let's also look at grabbing the mastery for the barracks, because if we're just dropping it down low, we can't shift into the barracks, but we can get it queued up shortly. So that's going to be our barracks tile. And then in the cap, we'll have our barracks up soon, so that'll go on that tile right there. Maybe we actually look to go into Colossus. So the sooner that we get it up, the better it's going to be. So maybe that's the play. So do we do the wheel and then go straight into navigation? Yeah, I think that's the play. Maybe, arguably, we should have even gone into navigation. Can we check? Is anyone building Colossus just yet? We Young Palace is under construction. I think we can get Colossus this game. We might even hold on production and just see how we go. Ain't no way. Get off it. Get off it, buddy. Is he really just... Oh, is that why? Oh, is that why he never got it? Just because the AI's camping it. That actually can happen. I'm not kidding you. All right, we got the next level of flax in now. Focus. All right, we're all good here. Let's move everybody out. I think that's full. Yep. Sorry, buddy. The car is full. Not enough space for you. +2. Yeah, we'll take +2 on every single unit. Incredibly powerful. Now we'll go into navigation here. Moreau looks like it might fall. We're all good here. We're still 3 turns ahead. It's going to be hard for him to come back from that. That's probably doing work in here. But let's do it anyway. We've already got the marker, right? Yeah, we've already got the marker. By the way, can we just admire that? 20... This is incredible. This is actually a +6. This can become a +7. That is a very powerful tile. And just remember, that's the gift that keeps on giving throughout this game. That is always going to stay that strong. So we're going to be playing this through to modern. That is an incredible tile. Okay, so I don't think we bother going after the horses. I think we can pretty much just stick to production tiles now. So let's go ahead and do that. These cities are definitely starting to build up into quite some scary cities, that is for sure. That's a warrior, once again. I think we just hold position here. Yeah, look at this. He's been up here the whole game, this guy, dude. He has not moved. What have we got there? That is Bursa. Okay, lovely. Dude, that's insane. So, who is that? The scout for Harapin. Who is Harapin? Here we go. These guys. So, it's just like, it's just camping the tile for some reason. And you can't get there. So, here I am blaming the AI. Come on, AI, you're so dumb. You can't get it. And then I can't actually get it either. Yikes. Now, next city. Next prospective city. We've got 3 online already. Now, we have made some unfortunate purchases this game. So, we should prioritize getting our gold up soon. But there's no good gold generation out here. That's the other consideration. Let's move you across. Are you interested in peace yet? No? I wonder what we could do to trigger peace. Because, like, this happens quite a lot where you're across the map from somebody. They war deck you. And it's just like, all right, well, I guess we're just sitting here. Ally yourself with Machiavelli? Machiavelli? You are at war with Ashoka. Do we really care that much? I don't mind being in an alliance with Machiavelli. Why does he like us? War against a mutual enemy? Leader agenda? What does he like? Likes leaders at war with anyone but him. Well, I'll be honest with you, Machiavelli. It wasn't my intention. We're gonna say no just because of this. Though we could just take it and burn it down. I guess that's a potential option. Let's move you in. Let's get rid of that warrior. That warrior's been looking at me funny for the last couple turns. So now we got 4 in the car. We could... Oh, I was so tempted to upgrade right then, but I didn't. You gotta... we go Emporiums here, right? Let's do Emporiums. Let's start spamming them. Let's do it. Let's get them out. Now, you can't build an Emporium adjacent to an existing Emporium. Now, we're going to be overbuilding this eventually. But we also want to build here. So, let's maybe just throw the Emporium on that tile for now. Emporiums. Are we just... Is this it? We're the plus 13 villa. I don't actually think we put the villa there. I think we put the amphitheater there just to get more culture. Like, that's an incredibly powerful one. So, let's go ahead and we'll add that there. Warrior, you can heal up. Okay, so I think the defense down here shouldn't be too problematic. We can change policies. We want to get oratory in, finally. We can look to get these in as well. Extra science and culture and happiness buildings. Is there... I think we'll take the culture just for now. And then we can look to actually boost our science buildings or our happiness buildings. I feel a little bit behind on where we should be with regard to our city progression. I will say that, though. Which I think is kind of normal, just considering we have had to purchase a couple of units, so we are going to be naturally a little bit behind. So let's continue adding in our Emporiums. That one as well. And in 3 turns, we will have the ability to drop down the Colossus. Now, speaking of Colossus, hasn't been identified as being built by anybody just yet, which is a good sign. Let's come down for this. We'll come down for the wine. Thank you, Hamiko. Oh, Hamiko's turned around as well. Remember, she denounced us earlier? So she tried to denounce us, and we just said to her, no, we want to befriend you. And then she actually was like, okay, fair enough. That's fine. We can be friends. Why do I do this to myself? It's okay. We'll just take this tile right here. It's a 4-2-2. It's not terrible. So that's fine. That's looking a little bit better, though. That should push our gold. If we can push our gold production up, or our gold generation up a little bit. Ooh. This could start to get a bit better. Okay, I think we're just going to leave this guy up here. I don't think he's getting off the tile, guys. Something tells me he's probably not going to get off the tile anytime soon. Okay, so we get... Wow, what a trade route. What a trade route. Thank you very much, Machiavelli. Impressive. Impressive, my friend. Now, where is that town? There's a town somewhere. This one right here. So we'll put fish in there. Because we care more about that. We definitely need some camels, that's for sure. Don't tell me we're going to need to bring this back. Again. I hope not, but I suspect we will. Oh, 300 gold. Okay, lovely. So the gold can go up to here. 100%. Yeah, that's a +3. Definitely. Definitely want that. Where else do we go? We could also look down here for an altar. Okay, so let's convert to a city. So you're going to be going... That is our... So we want to do a brickyard here. And then that's the altar right there. So we want to go brickyard into saw pit. And we can even kick that out because we've got our town now. All right, fine. We'll get the sheep. We'll get the sheep. There's nothing we can do with it though. Where is the city? It's somewhere in here. That's all right. We'll allow it. Okay, so that should be fine. Now back down to here. So next turn we'll be able to put the Colossus down. You'll find it chill. And we could look to go for Monument and Villa as the combo. Though, to be honest, I think we just complete the Kunar. It's only 5%, so even if it starts off so... Oh, no, don't take out my city-state. We need that city-state. Oh, okay, we need to get this piece right now. Oh, ho, 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 ho. What are the odds? Thank you, Xerxes. Thank you. Look, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. There were a lot of engagements and, you know, fighting. Good. It was good. It was good. Well done. Good scrap. Okay, so we want to reinforce towards the north. Okay, so now that that's done, our happiness penalty is going to be a lot better now. So we've been having a bit of trouble with happiness. I don't know if you've noticed. I definitely have. It's not been fun. Colossus, you're coming... Ain't no way. Wait. How can we not build Colossus right here? Lake Coastal? Oh my god. Oh my god. You can build the lighthouse there if you want, mate, but you can't build the Colossus. Oh my lord, oh my lord, oh my lord. Ladies and gentlemen, we've run into some technical difficulties here. Well, hey, at least we've got the lighthouse unlocked. You know, that we got that going for us, right? We'll go down to mathematics. I can't believe that. I can't believe that, dude. Okay, all right. We're a little bit behind. We're gonna need to resort to some stealing right now. Who's pumping culture the most, dude? How is Hamiko only pumping 70 culture right now? We don't even have the ability to culture steal from her yet. 5 turns on this mastery, or we could go for the end. I think we gotta double back. We can't even double back because of the bug. Oh, that's hilarious. That's sad. That is super sad. I was looking forward to... Oh, no, don't build the villa there. Oh, I take it back. Oh, no, don't tell me... Oh, we're going to have to build the villa there now. Ah, no, 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 no. Oh, no. Okay, all right. It was fun. It was fun, but it looks like the run. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're not over. It's not over. That was good, though. That was good. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, for World Wonders, what are we looking? We got Oracle and Pyramids in here, so we could definitely do that. We're only on 55 culture. I think we still just try and push our culture ahead further. Let's grab the extra happiness on happiness buildings. Dude, I can't believe that. I was so ready to put Colossus down. Is it getting late? Is that why? I mean, it is 11:30 and I woke up at like 6 a.m. Maybe, is that my excuse? Can I use that excuse? We're still ahead on this one, by the way, so that's looking good. I think I can use that excuse, right? Not really. There's no excuse for it. Do we go up and check? He's still there, dude. He's never gonna give up that tile. Oh, what if we go through him? Oh, okay. Hear me out. Let's try this. Happiness? Culture. Thank you. What if we go through him? Now, out of these tiles, these ones are looking the best. I like this extra little bit of science that we're getting here. Do we want to take... I think we want to take the extra culture as well. So let's do that. This is definitely a strong city candidate. There's a lot of production in here. So this one's building up. So we'll come out over here. We want to just get as much production as we can on the board first. Oh, man, I can't believe that. That's interesting. Let's go with that. That's interesting. Is that for quarters that it's getting that bonus? I think it is. So if we go here... I mean, we could try and get out here. This is only 2. We could go garden market. Actually, you could do garden market on this tile. Do you go granary here, garden market? And then... Yeah, I think so. It's only a +1. It's not a huge difference, but I mean, at the end of the day, it does matter. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, we've got the option for a Kuna. Library here. Or Villa. Oh my god, Villa is looking so good. It's really tempting to put the Villa down right now. Maybe we just put the Villa down here, because it's going to give us the science and culture as well from it. And then we can put the Jalor out over here. And then we can put the library. And then we can put the Kuna. I think that's the play over there. So that's that done. And then here it's going to be a little bit more progressive, so it's going to take some time. So let's sleep that. We're still working out here. That's entertainment done, so we can look to grab our next settlement. Oh my god, I can't believe that, man. I'm a little bit heartbroken about that. I'm not gonna lie. That is a little bit disappointing. I tell you what, I was ready for it, man. Let's get rid of that. You know what? Let's leave that pin up as a sign of respect for where we should be. I mean, we could still do this. Oh no. Oh no, we can't do it anymore. It's okay. I mean, it's 21 turns. It's not like we're gonna get it anytime soon. That's the other thing. Okay. Now, is the reason why we can't go through it this way because it's got the hut on it, so it won't let us go through? Yeah, I think that's why. Hamiko offering us a little bit of an alliance. We'll take Hamiko's alliance. Thank you, Hamiko. If you want to send us some trade routes, you're welcome to do that. Okay, so now if we go garden, or we do market here, so that's a +3. We could do a garden there as well. Hulchi, you come up to the commander. You can chill in here. Fortify. We should have this next turn. Wonderful. There it is. So what have we got the option for? Gold buildings receive +1 gold. 5% gold for every city-state you're a suzerain of. Or trade post range. I do like the trade post range. Because we're going to be in a position, like, we're only at 52% right now, but there's definitely going to be a world where we have a lot of production. Not a whole lot to do with it. Though, to be fair, we are kind of central here, and I do suspect we're going to be able to reach a lot of this population. If we have a look at trade right now, actually, there's not a huge amount that we can reach. But 10 gold right now is a big amount of gold. So maybe we just take it. That pushes us from 45 up to 58. It was actually more than that, so definitely very happy with that. Hamiko's going to offer us... No, we're not going to take that. So we're at 271 at the moment. Now, we could technically reconciliation right here with him, but we're not going to. We know that he's kind of busy, by the way. Loving it. Loving it, my friend. I don't think there's any more city-states that we can befriend. So the rest of our influence, we can either save it for potential war, or we can just look to do stealing. There's no one that we can really steal from. Xerxes is going to be the highest one that we can do it. So let's go ahead and we'll steal from him for now. We'll go blacksmith up here. Is that the right call? Or do we do Monument Villa? I think we do Monument Villa first. We've already got a lot of production in this city. And then we'll do that. And then we'll go the monument out here. And then we'll do the bath. I think the bath is probably better than the garden. And we can just do the garden in the cap. Or in the main city. And then that gives it the extra culture as well. And we also have an amphitheater that we can put down now. So that means over here, we can put that 14 culture amphitheater down. You know what? Oh, I was going to buy it. And then I'm like, nah, that's not a good idea. Don't buy it. That's a big amphitheater to purchase. How much was it? Like 800? 648. That is so much. Okay, that right there is what we were looking for this whole time. So that's going to give us production. This is also going to give us production. So let's go and put that down. And then we'll do a barracks afterwards. I tell you what, it takes a while to get these cities set up, right? Like, this city has done nothing but just do production. And that's the consequence of not having camels, right? Like, we have not had camels. We will get camels eventually. Don't worry. But, like, oh, that's right. We were going to come... we forgot. We saw the wine. We forgot to do the camels. Oh. Do we make this settler for the camels specifically? And just leave? I mean, we are playing Hawaii. We could go for, like... Here, it's not... No, we can't do there. We'd have to do here. We do that, and then just do Hawaii things, right? Because at the moment, we don't really get a whole lot of bonus from Hawaii. In fact, we've got nothing really on the coast. So we don't really get any bonus from Hawaii. Is it even worth going into Hawaii? I mean, Hawaii's still good. But maybe we've just got to let's settle around Hawaii. No, if I remember correctly, the changes that they made to Hawaii mean that you need to have your cities working the water rather than your towns. And I mean, anything that we settle now is just going to stay a town. It's unlikely to become a city, at least for the moment. Where else do we settle? We could settle down out here in the middle. This could be another good spot. And then we could settle down here, but we kind of need camels now, dude. So a little bit of an oversight from me not to get those camels sooner. Do we go blacksmith? I think we go blacksmith here. Let's throw down blacksmith, and then we can do lighthouse out here, because this is going to be Colossus. Though, do we want to save production? Maybe we want to save production. Is anybody else working on a Colossus out here? Don't tell me it's completed. I'm looking, I don't see it. All right, it's still buildable. And technically no one's constructing it just yet. What's that? Better not be a Colossus. Okay, we finished citizenship. We've got a migrant, nice. We've got 6 turns until our growth, so we'll migrant after. And we're back towards here. I think we still just want to focus on production as much as we can. We are growing a lot in these cities, though. I will say that. It definitely feels like we're growing often. Okay, we're not going to be able to come back down around here, so let's move over here. There's that settler finally coming down. So let's do that one. Camel time. Where did we lose our silk? Didn't we settle silk? We did settle silk, but we only just lost it. Look at that. Look how on the ball we are. We spot that out straight away. Address it immediately. Where did our silk go? We know every resource in our empire and who its daddy is. Okay, we're about to complete here, the Jalor. So that'll allow us to complete the unique. Now, keep in mind, we don't rush the uniques anymore just because what's the point, right? Like, at the end of the day, if I'm only increasing my my production by 5%, I mean, it's good, but it's right now, it's not that crazy. Like, now it's going to start to pick up, though. We're at 3%. So if we double check, so we've got this first district. We've got this one. This one is about to come up, though it's going to take time. It's going to take 5 turns. That mathematics completes in 2, so I'm kind of tempted to push that up and delay mathematics. Let's see if we can do that, because I don't think we're going to need to go for academies super duper quick. We can still go for academies, just I don't think we want them right now. He's really pushing up aggressively with this. Look at this. He's in our face right now. Okay, we could go Colosseum or Among Us Maui, or we could hold it for skilled trades. I know what I would like to do. I'm going to hold it for skilled trades. Because if we hold it for skilled trades, then we are banking up. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to remove that. Let's get rid of that, because we actually built that villa over here already. Don't complete any Colossuses. We're going to complete the Colossus. We may have missed the target a little bit earlier on, but we will rebuild. All right, we've grown, and we'll grow again. Okay. So now we grow. So we could do specialist as well. That's a pretty decent specialist as well in this tile. But I think we just want to go here. And got Kalen. We'll take the Kalen now. And the migrant. This tile right here is good. This one is also good. Let's grab that one. So the Kalen has now arrived. So if I was a Kalen, where would I go? I would go down here. Though Waknabal's only got 4. You know, Waknabal, I love you, but you need a bit of food in you. You are looking very skinny right now. So let's go ahead and do that. Chichen Itza, you got 51 production? That feels like an unnecessarily high amount of production. That's a crazy amount of production that you got in there, bro. That is wild. Okay, next turn. Oh, did we finish? Mathematics, 1 turn. I don't know if that's going to give us the Kunar straight away. Can we come back for it? Let's put 1 turn into currency, and then we'll come back and do it next turn. No. 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 Oh, Gate of All Nations. Okay, we're still good. We're still good. It's just a little bit of Gate of All Nations. We don't care that much about Gate of All Nations. Okay. Now into... Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my God. We have been waiting for you all damn game, buddy. A monument, a market and a garden, a library and a barracks, and an altar. It could have been a villa as well, but we kind of messed up with the villa. We forgot to replace it. So we'll put something else here. Don't worry. You will get your value. Okay, five turns. It's gonna be a long 4 turns. It's gonna be a long 4 turns. You know what? Make it 3. Have we got anything else we can put in here? Maybe instead of the food in all settlements? Do we go for the gold? We could go for the happiness. Happiness is kind of good as well. Maybe, I think we leave the food in. The food's really nice to have. Okay, where do we go from here? We're actually attempting this. To be fair, you know how at the start of the video I was talking about how the AI is like very good with Maya and with Jose Rizal? Well, it seems clear that the AI today is not doing that well. Like, remember, this is Deity AI, okay, that we're playing it on. It doesn't really seem like it's kicking much butt today, which is disappointing for it, right? Like, because normally it's doing pretty well. Come on, 4 turns.
He doth bestride
What?
the narrow. There is...
What? Oh. Was it because we went into the celebration? It literally 1-turned Colossus? What is up? All the people out there saying you'll never get Colossus now, I can't believe you've done this. What is up? Welcome to the most beautiful cap. No, the most beautiful Colossus you've ever seen. By the way, have a look at this tile. 31 total yields. If it's for this tile and this tile alone, we need to get the special. We need to get Anchor What? We need to Anchor What? Yeah, Anchor What? Anchor what? Anchor what you say? Sorry. Yeah, we need to get Anchor What? We need to get that right there as well. We've got enough for another city, so we're gonna go ahead and drop the next city down. This one's already converted, so this one makes sense for us to do. We've got a +2 in here. We can do a ring around the rosy, +2, +2, +1, +2. So lots of +2s. Where is the altar gonna go? It's gonna go down there. So let's go ahead and convert you to a city. See if we can't put some potential production in you. Let's move that across. Get that over here. I don't think we've got any more than 4 production. I think that's it. But that's probably a little bit better. Move these down. Move that up. And I think that's pretty much it. Where else could have we gone? Oh, we should have gone Tikal. Tikal was probably a better choice than that. There's still good +2s in here, though. That's the other thing. I mean, that would have been a really nice monument on Tikal, on the city center. Tikal, you'll be next. Don't worry. We're at turn 92. We're only at 64%, so we're still not that far through. So I think one of the other things to note is we're going to leave our academies right until the end before we actually put them down. And that is a strategically done thing because my suspicion is we're probably not going to need them. That's my suspicion. Until the next stage, in which case we will definitely need them. Though we could arguably look to convert all of these into cities if we have the gold. And we will have emporiums. So let's get down all the emporiums we can as quickly as we can. We could look for markets as well. Okay, hold on. If I was a market, where would I go? There's the city center. Here. 1, 2. No, it's kind of bad. Here. Can't reach it. Here. No, here. Here. That's a +3. But to get out there, it's difficult. It can be done, but it's difficult. Where are we putting this? That's the only mountain. Very far away. 1, 2, 3. So let's go just here. Actually, this could become our next capital. We could do this as our next capital. So maybe let's put something else here. And then we'll do market out here. And then here we'll do our monument. I think that's definitely the play. Okay, so down towards the south, we can grab our brickyard and our saw pit. So these are some high quality production buildings that we've got. And then from there, we'll get the +2s here, and then we can round the corner, get one here. We could also... No, there's no monuments in here. Like, this is probably the closest. Okay, so this is definitely feeling like a quality game, but I think that's largely because of our position in relation... By the way, have a look at these lines. I think it's because of our position in relation to the AI. Pyramid of the Sun's gone 92. That is big. That's an unmet player as well. That's pretty fast. Normally, it's going by about turn 100. So for it to go at this point, that means that the AI that's over on the other island is doing very well. So it could be someone like Himiko. Like is there ever a game where you get both Himikos in the same game? I don't think so. I don't think that there is. Now that, like... Have you ever seen both of the Himikos in the same room at the same time? I don't think you have. I don't think you have. So because of that, I'm going to say it's probably not Himiko. It could be someone like Ada. Ada would make sense for it to be. I'm gonna suspect it's probably Ada. Let's go with that. We could do Colosseum. Colosseum's not a bad little choice right here. That's a 2 and 4 bonus. I think that's probably the go-to. You could do it over here as well. Gets Villa, Barracks, Blacksmith. Here we're getting Library, Altar, Kunar. I think this is quite nice. Let's go and grab that. 6 turns on the Colosseum. We've got another World Wonder that's been complete. What's gone now? Sanchi Stupa. We were thinking about Sanchi Stupa. And now we'll grab the Jade. Lovely. That should push us up quite a bit. So that's another 5 gold from the Jade. Thank you for the Jade. We'll go into navigation next. Lighthouse is about to come online. You can see that now the gold is really going to start kicking into gear. And allies at war. Sorry. Good luck. That's crazy though. Good luck, man. Girl. Good luck. Good luck. We want this tile right here because we will end up grabbing this tile. How long until we actually take that? 14 turns. Not too bad. We could look to put something on this position as well. So let's build that Emporium and we'll go Fishing Key. I think we just want to complete the quarter. So we'll put it out there. And we want to get our unique district up here. We also want to get that villa though. Let's do the unique district first. Because that's important. And then we'll do the villa. Then we'll do the market. And then we'll come back and do the monument after. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, I think we've kind of SimCity'd this perfectly in this game. Like, our yields are looking incredibly healthy at this stage of the game. Turn 96, 173 science, and 102 culture. Production is very good. Gold is good. Happiness is good. Literally everything is good. Like, I absolutely was 100% wrong about Jose Rizal. He is a beast of a leader. I'm kind of curious where we actually put him now in a tier list. By the way, we could throw it on there. I think we want to do amphitheater on here. And then we could do like a bridge out here as well with the bath. Where do we put the academy then? If we're going to put the academy down, probably out on this tile. But we wanted to take that for the Emporium. Oh, we put it right there. That's where we put it. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, so we go amphitheater here. And then we put bath out here. But let's bring the bath up. The bath is kind of high priority. Yeah, I think I was really wrong about Jose. Like, one of the things I like about him is that he just gives you an incredibly consistent game, right? Like, if you're playing with Jose, you are going to pretty much be guaranteed to have, like, a strong cultural game. You've got that extra 20% immediately. By the way, I think we take this tile right here and then put the Emporium on it. Yeah, we do. So now we want to kind of play around the Emporium. We'll grab the Codex, so that will push us a little bit further. You can see we definitely need now to... we definitely need to have that extra little bit of space. We could also look for another city as well. So let's go and grab that last settler. Where is the best spot for this? I think that's probably going to be it. We'll just go ahead and grab that. But yeah, it's... I definitely underestimated him. He is incredibly consistent. Colosseum now online. Yeah, like from a consistency perspective, he is by far one of the best because you've always just got that cultural lead. I think you ideally you want to pair him with scientific city-states, right? Because, sorry, scientific civilizations. So, you know, if you can get Abbasid, you know, you want to try and get Abbasid. Just because you're going to be consistently pushing on that culture. Though I guess that's also going to be dependent on your government in the next age. Okay, so let's move into the bridge now. Espionage report. I completely forgot that we'd done espionage. Now, why is it not showing that Sanchi Stupa has already been built? Can you see how it's red around Nalanda, but it's not red around Sanchi Stupa? Interesting. Let's move into Kodalors 2. Can't actually see anything out here. We can try and do a little bit of a scout up here. Let's see what we can find. Gonna see Tasali, that's it. Okay, so the arena has come down. Now, keep in mind that Maya are quite good when it comes to their legacies. So +2 science on happiness buildings is quite good when it carries over to the next age, because that's going to carry across on all of your uniques. So that is a important consideration. Do we go arena? I mean, normally you wouldn't make an arena, but because you get the extra science and culture, it's like, maybe it's actually a good thing. And then you're also playing Jose Rizal, so maybe it's a good thing. You know, like we're kind of stacking up all the bonuses that he's getting. So let's go ahead and drop that down. I don't think we want arena. Garden and market. It's an extra little bit of gold. Not really going to change anything though. Probably not important now. We'll add that in. Was that... Where's our monument? Our monument's in here together with the amphitheater. Did we ever put a specialist on that tile? Surely we put a specialist on that tile, right? That's our +2. So let's go ahead and put that in. We can also put the blacks or the barracks down as well. You can hear these guys out here fighting. So that should now give us access to the next World Wonder. Now, I don't think we want to build it in the cap, Emil Bell, just because there's already some good stuff in here, right? Like, I mean, you could put it down here. It doesn't really give a whole lot of bonuses. There's somewhere that's got a whole bunch of production and it's not doing a whole lot of things. So let's go and put it down out here. This has got the Emporium on it already. So I'm more tempted to just throw it down on somewhere like this. Though, look at the adjacencies. Garden, barracks, and blacksmith. This is quite nice. And you can kick this citizen out and you're always going to be able to build, like, elsewhere, right? So maybe that is the play. Do we kick? I mean, that's a really good tile. It's probably just better that you just throw it down like over here. We'll just throw it down over there. Get the arena up there. And let's see if we can do it. We know that that's not... We know that that's already built as well. Is it Monk's Mountain pretty much the last thing? Yeah, Monk's Mountain and Angkor Wat are the last ones to go. So maybe we want to move into Angkor Wat. We're kind of a bit late to get there. Why is it coming up as red? He's not at war with us. He's not at war with us. That's interesting that it's red. Yeah, it feels like we're quite ahead with the yields in this game compared to where we'd normally be. But at the same time, I think the AI is quite a bit behind. All right, so turn 102, 76%. We're going to go and convert. I think this is probably going to be our last city. So at the very least, we want to get the unique district in every single city. I think that's the most important thing. So now that we've got that city, let's go ahead and move our camels over. So that is the city of Tikal. So camels are going to come across. And we'll move up all the good resources. Is there anything else in here that's a good resource? No. It's just a whole bunch of sheep. We didn't actually get any gypsum today. And it's going to happen, right? There's going to be games where you don't roll high on getting gypsum. That's okay. Sheep are still doing a good job. It's just obviously not as... It's not as productive per point, per tile. Obviously, gypsum's a really, really good... resource per tile as well. Okay, other than that, I think that's pretty much that done. Let's look to grab that arena. We could go for something like this, or we could even... Oh my god, why don't we come up for that? We're going up for it. Absolutely going up for it. Market, there's a +6 right there. We'll take that. We'll throw the garden down on top of it as well. We can get the lighthouse in. There's nowhere better for us to put this lighthouse. This is about the best you're gonna get. So we'll stack a fishing key with it as well. We want to get the monument in. Monument right there. Cool. Jeez, there's a lot of city building to do, isn't there? It feels like there's so much city building. So here, we'll look to build the monument in the center. So let's start off by building the brickyard, which is a +7 on this bottom side. And then we'll do the altar, which is going to be... We're not going to do the altar here. We'll do the altar on this. We could build the altar somewhere else. I mean, there's not a whole lot of vegetation in here. That's fine. We'll just throw it down on that tile. It's mainly for the production. And then we want the monument here. And then the barracks and the blacksmith on that tile. And then we'll do library on this one. And that's the way that we'll do it. Other than that, you're good to move all the way back here. So we've got quite a bit of production set in all of these cities now. So we should just be able to... I was going to say, we should just be able to roll all these turns through. The capital wakes itself up and says, hey, you forgot about me. That's going to be another quarter that we can have over here. Arena is... We've also got the academy to consider. So maybe we just do academy and arena on this tile out here. So let's drop that down. Arena. We'll do arena first. Okay, so we should just be able to roll through these turns now. Everybody has got... something that they're working on, except for Chichen Itza. Now, where do we settle here? I mean, there's a whole bunch of +2s that are in here. I kind of want this limestone, and we definitely want... Let's go with that tile right there. We'll take the extra 10%. It could be the difference. It could be the difference right now. So let's keep at it. Diplomacy. Ooh, that's an interesting question. I think we come down to here. No, that was a waste. That's okay. It'll carry over for the next stage. That's fine. I guess that's one of the good things about playing a diplomatic civ, is that you can just roll into that if you get Emil Bell, which is lovely. Okay, where do we go for this? I think we've got to go into here with an Emporium. Even though I said I wasn't going to. We're going to edit that. Happiness is actually not really a factor for us here. Ooh. Where is the Academy going? Academy is at 7+1 here, but we don't want it on a tile with a granary on it. But we will take the amphitheater on it, and we'll put the Academy down. There's an 8 Academy here somewhere. Right there. Is it worth crushing? It's probably worth crushing it, actually. Horses are going to stay around. These wonders are going to stay around. It's an Emporium. We could just kick it out and put it on a different district. I think we do it. Oh, but you know what? We want the quarter. But is it so much? Like, you got to remember, this is kind of late in the era, though. We're only at 78%. Maybe not. Maybe we just leave it. By the way, that's another really nice little town. Maybe we just leave it, man.
Go.
Because I'm so caught. I'm so I'm so I don't know which way to go. We're gonna have to solve that problem. Do we take the extra production on wonders here? How many more wonders are we looking at building? There's 3 available. Pyramids still available? No, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Oh, we must have overbuilt the tile. Yeah, we overbuilt the tile. I mean, you can get the pyramids in here, but is it really worth doing it? Like, it's not like we're working any of the tiles in here. It's probably not worth it. It would be worth it in this city, but even then, like, what are you going for? I mean, it's nice just to have the extra point, right? Monk's Mound, Angkor Wat, pyramids. I don't think we're going to get them all. There's almost no chance we're going to get them all. Let's take the extra culture. See if we can try and get a little bit extra out of it. We'll grab the gold for the imported resources. We want to start stacking up our gold now. We need to move into the next age with 3k gold. That is the maximum gold that you can take with you. So you want to try and take it all. Let's hit that. Could go for granary. We've got the granary up here. So we'll take the +9 on that tile as well. We want the happiness first. Just because we don't want to push towards future tech just yet. Okay, so back down towards this position. So we've got all the production that we need. We're at 34 production. So you can see quite a bit of production tiles in here. We can look to grab the altar as well. So that's going to be our altar tile. And we'll move this out just over here. That'll push all the production up slightly. And then this will be the next double. Academy. Oh, we'll do it. And we'll put this down over here. And then we'll put the Emporium on top of that. There you go. That's how we'll solve that problem. I saw it in the end. I mean, at the end of the day, like, this is not going to be a quarter for very long. It'll quickly transfer out. Where is our next Emporium going down? Can go down here, or can go down over here. So let's go ahead and put down that Emporium. We want to just play around the Emporium as much as we can. No Emporiums to put down, though we could potentially look at getting one here. 107. We're getting a lot of gold through from that Emporium. That is doing absolute God's work. We'll go Fishing Key, because remember, this is going to be our capital next time. Or we're going to aim for this to be our capital. There's no guarantee that it will be our capital. Like, Chichen Itza probably gets nominated, and probably Wak Nabal. But we're going to grow over here. That's the other thing. 150 science. We'll take the wine. So we've got an extra 30% culture coming through right now, just from our wine. Because we've got 3 copies of wine, which is incredible when you think about it. Like, that is a ridiculous amount. Where are we going to be dropping this off? There, that's a good spot. Good spot here as well. There's nothing in here higher. It's got to be there. Then we can look at the arena. We could do Academy. Let's do Academy. Stack those bad boys up. And now we've got future tech in 8 turns. So at turn 110, we've finished the tech tree. That is kind of wild. it feels very quick, but I think that's just one of those Mayan things, right? Like, you can't really do that with other civilizations. Like, the Mayans are just so much faster than everybody else. Okay, so we've completed down here. So now we could look to get the unique district in. If we were going to put the unique district, where would we put it? We could put it down over here. That's not a bad little spot. We could do it. I'm sure you're thinking about here. That's probably not a good spot, though. We want to put our library and our amphitheater in that spot. So let's go put the... Oh, sorry, our academy. And then we'll put the Kuna down here and the Jalor on that same tile. And we're not going to research anything. No way! Who have we got? Oh, he's back! He's back for more. But you did not prepare for this. Oh, I didn't prepare for that. Okay, so it's a double war. Now we just also have got research for Angkor Wat. So let's go ahead and get all of these out of the queue. Where is Angkor Wat going down? Well, we got a little bit of lag in here, a little bit of FPS lag at the moment. We can't build Angkor Wat right here, which would have been perfect. It needs to be adjacent to a river, if I remember correctly. Yeah, adjacent to a river. You could put it right here, which is a flat tropical tile, and then take, it's got the Emporium on it, and take this tile right here, and then put an Emporium on that, but it's got a Xerxes Scout on it, so unlikely. A little bit unfortunate on that timing. Let's go ahead and upgrade that guy. He was definitely prepped for it. We're going to need to defend Moreau. And we'll upgrade everybody. So let's move and then upgrade. Did that upgrade everybody? It looks like it did. I think it did. Okay, so we'll have to move down and cover them because they're going to be up against some pretty strong units. And we got ourselves a game. We got ourselves a ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll grab the extra happiness in settlements because we're going to be at war here. We're already at +3. Oh, we've lost our cursor again. It's given us something silly. I think, to be honest, all we really need to do is just kind of hold. Unfortunate timing here that it came through right here at the end. We'll just go for this spot. Because, like, we were pretty much able to, like, we were ready to ride this out into the sunset. Oh, no. Monk's Mound. And Angkor Wat. Both of them got completed in the same turn. Really? Angkor Wat, Unmet Owner. Monk's Mound? Hamiko. I didn't even see her go for it. Is it on one of these tiles? It must be. It must be on one of these tiles. No, it's down here. How did it not come up? Did she just one-turn it? There's no way she's one-turning it. She's Kamai. There's no way. There's no way. It ain't possible. Can we move in here and fire? Oh, we gotta be careful about that. Let's move out across. Okay, that's fine. A little bit disappointing. So we want to try and get our merchants online. That's the other thing. So that's going to take some time. And the war is not going to help us here either. That's it. Oh, man, that is disappointing. We should be pretty... How do we... Okay, explain that one to me. Oh, he's attacking. I guess that's the other thing. Okay. We'll allow it. He's attacking. What does he have? Nothing really. I can't believe... I can't believe you've done this. That's so sad. He lives to tell the tale. All right, next up, we want to try and trade to things that are furthest away, and then we work our way back forward. So all the rest of the traders will now go north, because Chichen Itza will be able to look after this. Okay, sort that out. Heal you up. We do need to be aware of this in the north. Hey, Machiavelli, what do you reckon about... You're at 50 at the moment. Let's do that. Local festival. Let's push that. And then we'll see if we can't get ourselves a little bit of a friend in need. Where are we going with this Emporium? I think this is the tile right here. I tell you what, Emporiums are actually really, really nice. They are super duper good. I don't give them enough respect. I think they're very good when you've got the production to be able to afford them, right? Like the last game I played, I felt like I did not have the production at all and felt very behind because of it. Whereas like in this game, the production is spare. There is so much that you can do with your production in this game. And Emporiums is just one of those things, and obviously it like really helps you out.
The dogs bark.
In these circumstances. There's no more World Wonders. Oh, there's one more World Wonder that you can potentially build today. We could buy these. Well, let's do it. We're gonna place it down just for the memes, just for the dreams at this point. Okay, where else do we go? I think we just keep making merchants. We've got walls in here, so we should be fine. Worst case scenario. I mean, we're doing okay here. Like, he's also taken this. We're insular. Oh my lord. How much damage have you done? 1, 2, capitals back here, 4, 5. That's the 5. That is, that's a sad state of affairs right there. That's what that is. Okay, so we can come up here. Actually, where do we put our unique district? Because this one, I mean, you could come around to this, but it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd be just much more tempted. I think we just throw it down right here. Which is weird, but I promise you there's a method to the madness. And the method is, by the way, Emporium. And an Emporium. And no way, another Emporium. What are we at? We're at 88%. I tell you what, I'm kind of tempted to throw those Emporiums down before, but I think we need the unique district instead. Emporiums are crazy good value, man. That was not what I wanted to do. Let's deploy to here. 1, 2, 3. We can't attack into that. That's fine. Though I think you probably just want to go back in so that you don't get knocked out. Why? Oh, we can't trade with him because we don't have the trade relations. So let's go and see what we can find. So it doesn't look like a whole lot. So we'll just come up to Militos here. And you're good to come down. I guess we could trade into him. Let's trade in there. We don't even see the city. That's why. Okay, so Future Civic has now come up as well for us. Okay, there's that trade route. Lovely. So now this is really going to start to push out of control. These numbers are going to get a little bit hectic. Next choice. Sure, why not? We'll take the happiness towards the celebration. We do need to be aware from the north, but I think the main focus is just from the south, like, because we almost share borders down here. Okay, so that tile right there, this tile as well. So we should be able to now grab that Emporium on that tile. Dude, the Emporium is actually so good. Like, if we were to add up how much gold it's generated for us over the entirety of this game, it's going to be like 2,000, 3,000, somewhere in that region. It's a ridiculous amount. That is a hard unit positionally to kill. I think we get out of this and maybe even think about getting cavalry out right now. Maybe wait for him to push in a little bit. Maybe that's the play. Bath. And then Arena. A little bit of lag right there. So we're not going to research future tech just yet. We're going to wait for Future Civic as well, and then we'll do them both on the same turn. Then that way we'll get both of the points coming through. That is going to be an Emporium. We can probably, you know what? We can afford to spend 6 turns. 6 turns. Purchase. Purchase. And we can purchase Emporiums. Because the Emporium will last into the next age. That's the big thing you got to remember with the Emporium. It is ageless. So the more Emporiums that you can have, like that's going to be fine. They'll all be built out. You want as many Emporiums as you possibly can. So in 6 turns, we will aim to finish this game. So let's just do our best not to lose anything until then. I don't think we've got a trader coming down here. So let's make sure we fix that up. So we're not going to research future tech right yet, because that would almost finish the game immediately for us. And we want to make sure that we don't finish it. Okay, these guys are once again fine to hold. So we can do an emporium in here as well. Where do we want to drop it though? Maybe on that tile? They're so cheap as well. Only 112 gold. That is crazy cheap. Now she's war decked him as well, which is lovely because we're friendly with her now. She's got the alliance, so she'll help defend us and we'll be fine here. We're at 90% now, so we are 100% going to be finishing this game very, very soon. Where do we go? So that we can't make that an emporium, but we could make something like this an emporium. So even though this is an objectively worse tile than this can become an emporium. So if we purchase an emporium out there, now that's a really good tile. Now you're looking at 10 yields versus 6 yields. So that's my justification. So we've got another trade route down here, and let's see if we can improve trade relations. Lovely, we can. So we'll set that up as well, and we've got more trade relations coming through. Grab ourselves a little bit of cotton. Oh, by the way, we now think of salt as a better resource, just because it also affects things like traders and settlers. He captured my city-state. Not the city-state. Anything but the city-state. Disappointing. But I guess at the end of the day, probably necessary. Let's also improve trade relations with you. I think we can get a trader out to Chalkus. He's only just settled Chalkus, but we don't even mind it. It's actually a pretty decent city. That's a +3 if you can get in there. Kind of hard to get in there, but yeah, not bad. How are we doing over here? We're doing absolutely fine. I don't think we need a merchant at this point. Let's just... If we throw it into culture, that's going to be done in 2 turns. How long until you're finished? 2 turns. Let's just throw it into an army commander. It's not going to be finished, but it's not a problem. Okay, so we're at 700 gold at the moment. So we just want to make sure that we've got everything that we possibly need in all of these cities before we go. So we need an academy. And we also need a villa. So villa's going to be done in 2 turns. This is going to be done in 1 turn. Okay, that should be okay. The trouble that you might have... No, we should be fine on that as well. So let's do a villa in 2 turns. Oh, where do you put the villa? Okay, that's awkward. We're going to have to put it on that tile right there. Do we put it with the academy? I think that's the play. I think you put it with the academy as well. Disappointing, but it's a necessary evil. Okay, they're all good to go. Extra little bit of gold for us. And we'll move you up to help defend. They're going to be fine, but we just want to make sure that we don't lose this. It's almost tempting to buy something to put it in here just so it doesn't happen. I don't think it will, but it could. So just be prepared. It won't. Okay, so 1 turn. Oh, 1 turn on future tech. When did that happen? So we need to research that, That means that we need to cancel the villa, or we could just do this. We should be able to purchase the villa next turn. I think that's the play. So everything now is ready to go over. So I'm just going to save the game just to make sure that it doesn't immediately roll us over into 100%. So it should now hit 100%, and we should get to play 1 more turn. Okay, hold. But one of the things that it can also do is it can force you into the next era. So I was just prepping that. Okay, cool. So we managed to do it. Okay, so let's take a look and see. We've got 2 points that we can now spend. So we can come down and like grab science. You can see we've got a couple of big options here. You could come down and grab +1 science on each quarter. This is going to be really good carrying over into the next age. So I think we definitely want to grab that. At the same time, like our science is already pretty high and will be quite high in the next age. So I think grabbing some culture points is going to make some sense. So let's move down that road as well. If we take a look in the end, we didn't get all of the points that we needed, but we've got enough for 2 points into the culture route. So I think that's going to be fine. And then what else is there to purchase at this stage? I don't think there's anything else other than the villa. Now we want to make sure just before we do that, we've got no growths that we need and no emporiums that we can purchase. So I think that's it. We can just go ahead and purchase that. Actually, interestingly, that's 27, that's 25. Okay, so we should have that as an option for the cap here. And now that is all good. So this is essentially, yeah, I mean, this is the point here that we stop and we go, okay, well, we'll save it here and we'll prepare to roll over into the age of exploration. So Hawaii's probably going to be our best option. Just generally, it's a really good civilization. Obviously, it got nerfed, so it's not as good as it once was. Is there a way that I can get you there? Lovely. Is there anything else? I don't think we can get him up here. Yeah, we can't. Yeah. But, like, if we take a look at the final stat line here, like, gold was no problem. I think that was mainly because of Emporiums. I'm probably going to take Emporiums a lot more. Though this was definitely a high production game. Science and culture. It felt like we were ahead pretty much the entirety of the game. We played the AI's strategy, and we absolutely destroyed the AI with it. I will say that right now. Though, to be fair, the yields on the AI aren't that good. Now, I'm going to suspect that we're up against somebody on the Han Dynasty on the other side of the map. That's what I'm going to go with here. So, there's no way that we can know that, but I'm going to suspect it was somebody that was playing Han. Just because they were sniping out World Wonders everywhere. We didn't actually get a whole lot of World Wonders in this game. And if we take a look, so we got 5 and 5, so that we're only 13. So there are 8 World Wonders that are missing here that have gone over to an unmet owner. So you can see unmet owner, unmet owner, unmet owner, a whole bunch of them in here that have been... We never got Angkor Wat. Oh, we lost Angkor Wat. I didn't even realize we lost Angkor Wat. Oh my god. I just realized now. Wow. We'll start 4 diplomatic endeavors. We didn't do that in this game? Ginseng agreement? 3 out of 4? Would you be interested in the wonder construction? Cool. 1 diplomatic point. Don't mind if I do. Where are we going? Boom, let's go. Why not? Slightly pushes the yields up a little bit more. We can save the game again. But yeah, I mean, overall, right, like, I think, and this is a turn 122 finish, which is a pretty early. That's about as early as it comes when you're finishing in Deity games on standard speed. Like, I think my earliest is about like a turn 118 with Himiko, Science Himiko. So if we look at the final stat lines here, 58 production, 52, 57, 49, 44, 40. These are all really high production cities. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. That could have been 7 cities, but we got a little bit unfortunate with the gold spending early on, which was obviously, you know, due to bad decisions. But the Emporium has like well and truly carried us. Look at the gold on some of these tiles. Like, this is incredible. 4 gold, 4 gold, 4. Like, this is just like, imagine if you just got a whole bunch of markets in your city for free. That's essentially what it is. No upkeep with it. They last forever. Incredibly powerful. So anyway, we'll leave it there. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed playing this. He's a really good leader. He's a really solid leader. Anyway, we'll leave it there, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching.